Lukedamniia 2 by John Plancombe. Narrated by John Plancombe. Chapter 1. June 10th, 2014. John is laying on the floor in the sitting room with so much whiskey around him. He wears a Linkin Park t-shirt that is covered in whiskey stains, and he wears white striped pants. And also, he is now 36 years old. He is in a house he bought last year for £99.99. John has an alcohol addiction since 1996, and he has been drinking to numb the pain of his older brother's death. John had an idea. What if he can make YouTube videos of him playing video games on his PC? So John went upstairs, he went in his bedroom, he turned on his PC, and he pressed record. Hello guys, this is John here, and this is my first ever YouTube video. And today we will be playing Portal 2. So, let's do this. John went on Portal 2, and he selected Chapter 1, The Courtesy Call. Ah, nice house, said John. Guys, I'm just gonna get a drink, so I will be right back. John pressed pause on the game, and he went downstairs. He went in the kitchen, and he poured himself a glass of wine, then drank all of it. Then John went upstairs, and he went back in his room to continue playing Portal 2 while recording himself. I'm back. Now, let's continue. In the game, John went to the room where GLaDOS died. Hello there, my old nemesis. Then John went to the main breaker room, and he plugged Wheatley into the Aperture Science Core input receptacle. And they went up faster, and GLaDOS is starting to wake up. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. John panicked. Then GLaDOS dropped John into the pit that leads to the incinerator room, and John pressed pause. That is it, guys. If you want to, you can like, comment, and subscribe on my channel. So goodbye, and see you on the next video. John stopped recording, and he went on YouTube. He signed into his account, which is johnl@gmail.com, and his password, which is poltergeist666669. Then he went on the YouTube Creator Studio, and he created his YouTube account, which is John_Lukedamniia123. Then John uploaded his YouTube video and titled it Playing Portal 2 Part 1. John went downstairs. He poured himself a glass of wine. He turned on the TV, and he watched his childhood horror movie, Poltergeist. He finished drinking his wine heavily, and the film ended. John got out his phone, he went on Spotify, and he played Breaking the Habit from Linkin Park, and he lip-synced the lyrics all the way through while sitting on the sofa. Then, John put his shoes on, and he went outside to go to the bar. John went inside the bar, and he walked to the bartender. "I need a drink of Carling, thank you," said John. The bartender poured a pint of Carling, and she gave it to John. "Here you go," she responded. "Thank you." John took his pint to the table, and he drank it heavily. Then John went back to the bartender and said, "May I have 2 more pints of Carling?" And the bartender poured 2 pints of Carling, and she gave him to John. "Thank you." John took his 2 pints of Carling to the table, and he heavily drank his first pint of Carling, and then he heavily drank his second pint of Carling. John got up from the table, and he went to the bartender. "Thank you. Here is your £50. John gave $50 to her. John gave $50 to her. "Thank you, John. See you next week," responded John. John went to the shop to get 2 boxes of 5 cans of Strongbow cider, and he brought them to the till. "That will be £10, said the cashier. John gave him $10. "Thank you." "You're welcome," John responded. John put the 2 boxes of 5 cans of Strongbow cider in his bag, and he went home. John went to the kitchen, and he put the 2 boxes of Strongbow cider in the fridge. Several hours later, the day becomes night, and John went into his room. He lay on his bed, he closed his eyes, and slept. Chapter 2. The next day. John woke up, he went on his PC, he went on the YouTube Creator Studio, and he noticed that he has 100 subscribers, 20 likes, and 10,000 views. John was happy that he was loved by his viewers. But ever since his brother died, he felt lost and hollow, even though he is smiling because he is loved by his audience. Then he went downstairs, and he poured himself 5 glasses of Strongbow cider to block out the memories of his brother Harry's death. And he heavily drank 5 glasses of Strongbow. John went upstairs, he went on his PC, and he played BioShock. In the game, John used a plasmid to inject himself with the power of lightning. Then he used his power to electrocute the splices, and he whacked them with the wench. And he used a telekinesis plasmid to inject himself with it. And he used telekinesis to pull a dead body of a splicer, and he pushed it to blast away the splices. Then he used electrokinesis to electrocute the splices again. Then he used the power to heal the little sister from corruption. And he had a boss battle with Big Daddy, and John lost the battle. Then John battled Big Daddy again, and he won. Then he faced Fontaine, also known as Atlas, and John had a boss battle with him, and sadly, he lost. He lost 30 times, and his anger is rising. God fucking damn it! Please just let me win. I'm begging you! Fuck! He shouted. If you kill me again, I am quitting this goddamn game, John said calmly while seething with anger and fury. John then battled Fontaine, and finally he won. Yes, finally! I've beaten you! Yes! John shouted happily, and he has chosen the saving little sister's ending. Then he watched the ending cutscene, and he finally finished the game. Then, John went on the first Portal game, and he has a memory of the first time he played it, which is in 2009. John went downstairs, and he grabbed a can of Strongbow cider, and he took it upstairs to his room. John played Portal, and in the game, John placed the cube on the button, which opened the door, and John went through it, and went in the elevator. John grabbed the portal device, which has only a blue portal, and John went through several tests, and John has finally found the orange portal. Perfect, said John. John defeated the turrets, and he has found a companion cube. Then he used the companion cube to defeat the turrets, bounce the beam off, and use the portal gun to make the beam go where it needs to go. And then, sadly, he incinerated the companion cube. Then John had a boss battle with GLaDOS, and he has finally beaten GLaDOS. And he heavily drank his can while the end credits are still going. Several minutes later, the day became night, and he lay on his bed and slept. Chapter 3. The next day. John woke up, and he went to the kitchen to make himself bacon, tomatoes, bread, and mushrooms for breakfast. And he ate all of it. Then John went to the sitting room. He grabbed his camera and the camera's USB cable. He went upstairs, and he recorded himself on his camera in his bedroom. Hello again. This is John, and thank you for liking my video. And also, thank you for 100 subscribers. I really appreciate it. So, I will be playing more of Portal 2 next week. So goodbye, and see you in the next video. John stopped recording himself on the camera, and he plugged the camera's USB cable on his camera and the PC. Then he uploaded his next video on YouTube and titled it, Thank You. The end.